Hi guys, today I want to present you this Sansui integrated power amplifier AU X701. It's a model of Sansui made between 1987 and 1990. He is delivering around 100 watts on 8 ohms RMS, both channels in the same time. His weight is about 17 kilograms. It's a beautiful machine. The sound is crisp and clear. It's nice to have on the rack, on the collection. He is using 8 power transistors, but the structure, the construction of the preamplifier and power amplifier, they are different compared with the rest. This type of amplifier he is using for each channel for power transistors. But on a normal amplifier, the minus binding posts behind the amplifier, you can connect together and it's not happening nothing. But for this one, this amplifier, he is amplifying the minus and the plus. So it's a little bit different than the other amplifiers. So you have to pay attention to not mix the minuses binding posts. But this is a construction difference. The sound is different. So here is the front, which you see now on the video. Let's test the protection. Let's see if it's working. So now it's power off, power on. Now you have to count a few seconds until the relays for the speakers they will turn on. So this is showing us the speaker protection, it's working, yeah? So here on the front we have the power on button with a protector indication, speaker A, speakers B, off on, yeah? Here is the Sansui emblem. Here we'll have the phones connection, so you can connect your phones without any problem and you can listen to the phones. Here we'll have the bass and the treble tone control. Now they are disabled, yeah? To enable this function, you have to press the tone control. So you see, you have these LEDs here, which is lighting when the tone control is activated. So you see, now it's on -5, and now we are on the +5, yeah? I forgot to tell you about my speakers. The speakers, which the sound is coming now, there are some speakers made in England. The brand is Monitor, Audio, and the model is MR6. Are 3-way for speakers. Okay, so now we'll put on 0. We'll press again tone button. Here we'll have the subsonic filter off and on. Here is the muting -20 dB. So we can press also this one. Here we'll have the volume and the control volume with steps in dB. So it's very smoothly. It's doing a really nice job. And you see the front plate, it's a piano finish, yeah? Here, if you below the volume knob, you will see a big button which is source direct, yeah? So what he is doing, this source direct, when you are pressing the source direct, you will bypass the tone control and also the balance. I want to show you something now, so let's put this one on normal. Like example, on this mode, you can change the balance on the speakers, you see left and right. If I let now on the right and I will press source direct, he will bypass the balance. So this source direct, he is bypassing the tone control section and the balance, yeah? So if the signal is passing, let's say, the balance and the tone control, when you press this button, the signal is coming before balance and is going after the tone control. So it's a kind of bypassing system, yeah? So we can put back. Here we'll have the loudness switch. Here we'll have the rec selector. So when you are using the rec outputs behind, you can choose between where the signal to go. Here we'll have compact disc, line, tuner and phono inputs, yeah? About the phono, you can choose between magnetic movement and magnetic coil. And you'll have here the positions, yeah? And these are all the inputs. We have here 4 buttons more. You see here tape and that, tape 1, tape 2 and tape 3. You cannot choose between these until you will not have this button pressed. And you can see now you can play with them. And you will change the inputs behind. So this is how it looks on the front. The sound it's really nice. I will let you now to hear some music behind, and you will see the result. It's really nice from the speakers. Let's see it. Okay, so this is how it sounds. Now I want to present you also the backside to see how it looks there. I will show you the connections, all the inputs and the outputs, speaker connectors, and I want to discuss a little bit with you about the switching of taps of transformer, main transformer, power transformer, because this unit he can run on different voltages. And I want to show you that switch, and on the other side I want to explain you about the speakers, because I told you this type of amplifier, because of the different structure of the preamplifier and power amplifier, also he is using a switch selector for the speaker's impedance, and I want to discuss with you because it's really important to know also this. So let's turn around the camera to have a closer view of the back side. So like you see here on the side we have the input indicator. Here is the phono input, compact disc input, where we have now the input, tuner input stereo, line input stereo. After that we have this processor. You remember the button which is on the front. So here on the processor what's happening is going the signal to the processor and is coming back from the processor. So here you can connect an equalizer. And after that it's something new. We have 3 connections for the tape decks. Tape and that, yeah? Tape 1, tape 2, tape 3. Doesn't matter how you connect. So here is the rack, left and right, and play left and right for each of them. To have access of this you have to press that and tape button, and after that you can choose between this. Yeah, okay. After that we have the specification of this unit here, Sansui AU X701, and after that we have these connectors for the speakers. Yeah, like you see here it's system A, system B. Yeah, if you are reading here inside, for the red binding posts it's written plus hot, and for minus it's written cold minus. You will not see something like that on ordinary amplifiers, which already you saw on my channel. Here you will have cold minus again and hot plus. So these two you will never connect. Yeah, even like that. This one with this one you will not connect, never. This one with this one you will not connect ever, and like that. On an ordinary amplifier you can connect them without any problem, because the minus is taking out from the chassis. Yeah? From the ground. Here is not the ground, here is the minus. So keep in mind, don't play with them, especially for the technicians which they are taking the performance for these amplifiers. Don't connect the oscilloscopes here, because here you will have the hot, here you will have the cold. If you will connect the oscilloscope, inside the oscilloscope the grounds between probes, they are the signal between them, the ground it's sharing. So if you are putting the probes plus here, minus here, plus here, minus here, you will close the circuit through the oscilloscope. Okay, so keep in mind, don't play with them. It's complete structure of amplifier. Here you'll have the AC outlets. What means switch? That means the power supply is coming here when you press the switch, and is going off when you are switching off the unit. On switch, that means here it's all the time energized. Here you'll have the voltage selector, yeah, 50-60 Hertz. She can run without any problem, and you have the selector between 220 volts and 240 volts. Let's see what is the voltage now on my mains here to see which value to choose. Yeah, one moment. So you see the voltage is closer to 240 volts. Yeah, so it's 232. So 232. Yeah. Now this voltage is fluctuating because it's normal, and the frequency here it's 50 Hertz. Yeah, so that means we'll fulfill the first option, 50 Hz, but this one she can run on 60 Hz without any problem. And about the switching button, if I will switch now that switch for 220, what it will happen? I will show you in a moment. I will explain to you what's going on there. Yeah, so because I have 232 and sometimes he is going also on 235. So you saw I have on the mains 232 volts, yeah? If I will put this switch on 220 and the mains it's 232, what it will go? I will have 232 volts here on this tap, yeah? It's no any problem. It will not burn the transformer, yeah? But what it will happen? We will have a higher voltage on the secondary sides, yeah? So like example, if we will have 232 volts and we have across 240 volts here, what it will go? That means after the voltage after the bridge rectifier, it will go on the main filter capacitors. So here is the structure for the power amplifier, yeah? Let's suppose you will have after the bridge rectifier, you will have 35 volts DC, yeah? Okay, and the capacitors, they are rated for 40 volts DC. Yes, there's no any problem. We will have here on the output, we will have the correct voltage. But if I will put 232 volts on 220, this here, after the bridge rectifier I will have higher voltage because it's normal. Yeah, because it's higher voltage here on the lower voltage on primary of the transformer. So that means the voltage on the secondaries, it will be higher. So if it will be here, that means I can overtake this 40 volts DC on the capacitors. Yeah. So when you play with this, it's better to check also the construction of the amplifier to see how it's going. But this is one of the problems. Yeah? Maybe these capacitors, they will not ventilate so fast. Yeah. So you have to check. This is the reason why you have to check the ECR of the capacitors to see what's going on, because you saw some persons, they are not replacing the filtering capacitors. Yes, you will not replace if they are in good shape, if you will check with an ECR tester. Yeah, okay, but this is the first one of the section of the power supply of an amplifier. We will have also the second section. What is the second section? Is another secondary, because here we will have on the first one we have AC DC on the bridge rectifier for bridge rectifier, and after that we have DC voltage here, which is only filtered. But for some stages, for tuners, for radios, for preamplifiers, for the tone corrections, for the phono section, and so on, you will need also stabilization. Yeah, so you will have AC voltage. After that you will have the rectification. You will have DC voltage. After that you will have the filtering with the capacitors. So until this point it's similarly like here. Yeah, you have to check the voltage across these two terminals, and you will see across between the plus and the ground and the minus, and you will see the voltage across capacitors and the rating, because some of the units, they didn't have the changing tap, the changing winding on the primary side. Yeah, some of them, they have only 220, and you have to check exactly what's going on inside the amplifier, because it can be dangerous. Yeah, so I said for another sections on amplifiers or devices, you will use also stabilization. What is doing stabilization? Stabilization is done by Zener diodes or transistors or FETs, depends of the construction. It's not the discussion now on this video about this. It's just a presentation to understand what's going on. So these devices, they are acting like a resistors, like a voltage drop resistors. So try to imagine here I have a resistor. Yeah, okay, so our idea is like that. The radio or preamp or tone correction, they need fixed voltage. Yeah? So what means fixed voltage? Like example, I need plus 15 and minus 15. Yeah, so it will be no any problem. The stabilization section, she will take care about these voltages. Yes, but what he is doing here, so it will be a voltage drop across this resistor. So let's say in normal condition, if we will have on the socket 220 volts and we are connected here on 220, and after the bridge rectifier and the capacitors, let's say we have 25 volts. Okay, so that means the difference between these two we'll find on the transistors and the tuners. You remember I said on the more videos, some of the brands, they are running hotter on the power supplies because the voltage drop across that part, it's a little bit higher. Yeah, so this is the reason why I'm replacing this stabilization transistors and the diodes with higher values. What means higher values? Higher amperage, higher wattage, and sometimes higher packages, yeah, construction packages. So let's see, 25 minus 15, we'll have around 10 volts. It is not like that, but let's suppose it's 10 volts, yeah. So 10 volts, if we'll have here 1 amps, yeah, but I think 1 amps it's already too much, but let's suppose it's 1 amp for easy calculation. 1 multiply with 10, that means we'll have here 10 watts across this resistor, so it's something, yeah. But try to imagine if we'll have 232 volts connected on 220, yeah, primary of transformer. So in this moment we will not have any more here 25 volts. Also the voltage here, it will be increased. So let's say we will have 35, let's put, yeah, 35 volts. So what's going on? Here I will have also plus minus 15, but the voltage drop here, it will be 20 volts. So in this way, because the temperature which is dissipated here in that moment, you will attack the transistors which are around, you will attack the resistors which are around, and especially you will attack the capacitors, because on here on this construction you will have some more capacitors, yeah. And if you will destroy the capacitors, what's going on? The capacitors, they will start to act like resistors, and you will change complete the circuit here. So in this way you will destroy easy this unit. So this is the reason why it's necessary to make an overhaul, complete restoration or overhauling or recapping of the unit. This is the idea behind. So in few words now, pay attention to the voltage on the mains. Try to change the voltage on the voltage selector behind. Check if you have voltage selector and put on the highest value for your area, yeah. Because here on the Europe like example, you see some of devices, for some of devices you can change this voltage. So try to put on the highest voltage. If you have between 220 and 240 on the mains, try to choose the 240 voltage selector, like I choose this one, yeah. For this one, you see, it's 240, and I finish the problems, yeah. Now if I will put on 220, I will increase all the voltages inside, I will increase the temperature dissipation, and so on. It's a long discussion, yeah. If you want to go deeper about this discussion, we can go in another video. If you want, you can leave on the comments. If you like this kind of content, subscribe, share with others, thumb up, and if you want to know more, don't hesitate to ask me down here, yeah. Okay, so thank you one more time for this. Now let's discuss about the speaker impedance selector, which is really important to know for this kind of amplifier. Why it's important? Because, like example, you see on this connection now I'm using only one pair of speakers for the system A. In case if I will connect another system for another pairs of speakers for the system B, I should be aware of this selector and also on this legend here, description, yeah. What they are saying here. If I'm using, let's change the angle of the camera. If I will use system A or system B, I have to connect the speakers between 4 and 16 ohms. So like you see here on the speaker impedance selector, now the selector it's fixed on the first position, yeah. Between 4 and 6 ohms of speakers on system A or system B, or between 8 and 12 ohms of speakers when you have both speakers connected, yeah, A plus B. So like example, in this moment, if I have 4 ohms speakers, I can connect on each channel for 4 ohms speakers, yeah. But I should use A or B, not both of them in the same time, yeah. So pay attention to this. If I want to use A plus B, both systems in the same time, I have to use speakers between 8 and 12 ohms. So keep in mind, to be clear, yeah? Don't play. After that, you can change the position of the speaker selector impedance. You can change on position number 2, and in this moment you will have like that. System A or system B, you can put speakers between 8 and 16 ohms, yeah, like I have now. Now I have the 8 ohms speakers connected, yeah, but because the value is higher than this one, is no any problem for the amplifier, so I can run with 8 ohms here without any problem, yeah. So here you'll have A or B systems, between 8 and 16 ohms speakers, and for the A plus B you have to use 16 ohms each speaker, yeah, because 16 ohm with 16 ohms, that means you'll have two speakers in parallel. That means you'll have 8 ohms, which the amplifier, he will see 8 ohms of resistance, yeah. So pay highly attention for this. So according with this specification, which is here, this amplifier normally he cannot run with A plus B, so system A and system B, with speakers below 8 ohms, and finish story, yeah. So never connect. If you want to protect your power amplifier to keep running longer, don't connect speakers on or you can connect speakers below 8 ohms without any problem, but never run with both channels, because you see it's written here A plus B between 8 ohms and 16 ohms speakers, and finish story, yeah. Never go with both channels below 8 ohms. If you want to go below 8 ohms, yes, you have to run with system A or system B, only A or B, yeah. So if you are with the speakers between 4 and 6 ohms, you can run on this section. If you have speakers between 8 and 16 ohms, you can run on this section, yeah. So pay attention to this. So you have to know what you are doing, yeah. So for me now, because I know what I'm doing, I let the set point on this position, and I'm running with the speakers on 8 ohms, yeah, and on only one system. So what he is doing this switch, let's see on the diagram, because we will discuss on the same diagram. So on the diagram, what's going on? So here you'll have also a switch, and he is doing like that. So you will have here another tap for the secondary, yeah, and here it's a switch. So that switch, he is changing between these 2 points, yeah. This is what's going. So here you'll have higher voltage, here you have lower voltage, higher voltage here, lower voltage here. So this one, he is changing between these two voltages, and in this way you will manage to match the speakers on the output of amplifier between 4 and 16 ohms on different sections, A plus B system or A or B systems, yeah. So this is about this switch. So pay attention for the settings of these 2 switches. It's really important, yeah. Okay, so let's turn again the unit, and we'll listen one more song, and I can say this video it will be ready, yeah. Okay, so this is about this Sansui integrated power amplifier. Thank you for your time. Subscribe, don't forget to subscribe, to thumb up, share with others, leave down in comments if you have some doubts or questions, or if you need some informations more about this subjects. If you have inputs, or if you have wishes for next videos, don't hesitate to let down in the comments. Thank you for all of you. Stay tuned, more videos to come, and stay safe. All the best. See you. Cheers.